grilled bread, that's on the menu for today. Well, not literally, but I am making bruschetta. And bruschetta means grilled bread. So I'll need about 18-20 slices. Top it off with salt, pepper, olive oil, and roast it for about 10 minutes. And topped with a beautiful Italian spread. What better way to enjoy my day off with a glass of wine? And for those who don't know, I'm a professional chef who likes to share his little secrets from home to your casa. So stay tuned every Tuesday, a new cooking video. It is my pleasure as always. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot. Peace. All right, so I have 3 colorful bell peppers. And what I'm going to be doing is basically removing the innards and julienne, cutting them into strips. And basically, I'm going to be sauteing them with olive oil and about 1 ounce of freshly chopped basil. All right. And this is going to go beautifully over the bruschetta. Bruschetta, however you want to pronounce it. We get the point. Let's just make it simpler. Grilled bread. All right. So. And there we have it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, one keynote is while it's sauteing, I'm going to be adding just a teaspoon of sugar to crystallize the bell pepper even furthermore. Take it up even a notch up. I don't know if I made sense. I hope I did. Bring it up a notch. There you go. One last half. Okay. All these beautiful colors. All right. This is optional. I'm going to be adding some pearl tomatoes on the vine just to add a little bit more of mushiness to it, if I must say so. But this will be probably the last ingredient that I'll be adding to the sauteing pan. So about 4, 5 relatively medium-sized pearl tomatoes on the vine. All right, so now I'm going to be throwing some olive oil into a pan and moving on to the next step. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Roughly tablespoon and a half, a splash, however, not a lot of olive oil to a pan, and medium heat, medium to high. I'm going to dump in the bell pepper. All right. We're going to be adding a touch of salt, pepper, just a pinch. Okay. Pinch of kosher salt as well. And I'm gonna bump this actually a little bit higher. So medium to high. Around 7, if that makes any sense. 1 to 10, so I'm using a 7. Okay, so about 4 minutes or so. Teaspoon of sugar. And in a little bit, I'm going to be incorporating the basil. In the meantime, I'll be slicing some sourdough bread. I need about 18 slices or so. Doesn't have to be precise. And I'm going to roast the bread in the oven for a few minutes with, I'm going to brush the slice with olive oil, salt, and pepper in the oven for about 4 to 5 minutes or so. Okay. Nice slow. About half an inch thick. So I'll be doing this entire bread, brushing it with oil, salt, pepper in the oven for about 4 to 5 minutes at 375 degrees. All right, stay tuned. Talk about a workout. I don't know if the knife is dull. No, it's pretty sharp. Maybe it's just a thick piece of loaf. All right. I could do 2 more slices. All right. I won't be using the edges. We can just save these for later. Maybe toasted with some jam or something. All right. Take a look at this. Beautifully. And and I love the fact that it's not extremely oily. I don't know about you. I mean, oil is delicious, but you don't want the bread to be all soggy in oil. So I'm gonna be, I believe I said 4 to 5 minutes. It's more like 8 to 10 minutes. And I did lower the temperature to a number 4. All right. Just a simple brush. And I'm only going to be doing one side. I won't be adding oil on both sides of the slice, just on one. One is fine. And all right, I'll be adding this tray, this batch, and we'll do the next one. Basil. Tomatoes. Put in there. Another 5 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'll be doing the second batch of bread. Time to assemble this. It's hot. So, you know, and this is so great when you're having a party. Forget about having a million hors d'oeuvres. Just make one that really hits, that really nails it, really. This looks amazing already. A little bit more in here. Let's try to make it in the bread and not on the tray. On the cookie sheet, I mean. All right. Now comes the fun part that I didn't tell you. So I'll be adding as well some gorgonzola, and then in the oven for an additional 3 minutes or so, more or less, and then I'm going to arrange it beautifully. You could always use different kind of cheese if you wish. You don't have to use gorgonzola. You could use a much softer cheese. One more slice. Good and see. And in the oven for an additional few minutes. All right. Looks about ready. I know you guys are dying to see the final presentation. I will get there in a moment, but you should just, well, you will see it. But you should, again, do this recipe. It is absolutely so easy, so impressive, so beautiful. Perfect for the summer, for baby showers, for birthdays, for Halloween, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you like to celebrate, it is perfect for that occasion. And all your guests will be absolutely, again, very impressed. Excuse my reach. I know you can't see right now. I will get there in a moment. And voila. Thank you so much for watching Cooking with Forrest Brown. It is my pleasure as always. I will see you next Tuesday for another show. I hope you do make this. Again, the cheese is optional. You could definitely use a much milder cheese. But I think this just brings out the kick that we all need nowadays. And I used a wooden board. That's what I found. That's more like country-ish, appropriate-ish for this summery-ish, super hotty-ish day. One other thing that I did want to point out was whenever you're presenting something, like in this particular case, I'm using fresh thyme that I also sprinkled above basil. You want to, what I'm trying to say is you want to display things that are in the dish. I'm not going to throw cantaloupe in here because there's nothing with cantaloupe, you know. You definitely want to let the guests know with the eyes what more or less contains the dish, you know. So, shall I? I have no words because I'm enjoying all the flavors that rock this dish, this bite. Absolutely delicious.